When we think of artists we appreciate, we like to mention how they do things differently, how they shift certain narratives, and inspire you to do things your way. So why are the trailblazers not our teachers? I mean, like, why does everyone who has a piece of advice about recording not even written a song? Well, if you ask anyone in the recording industry how a song is made, you'll get one of two answers. One, you have an entire song written. If it's good enough, we'll put together an instrumental for it. Or two, you have an entire instrumental. If it's good enough, we'll write some words to it. But for someone who writes songs and produces, this is unrealistic. Because I know when I hit play on a song, to me at least, I'm experiencing all the noises that were made, edited, and mixed together all at once. A good song should feel like a living, breathing creature where the lyrics, production, instrumentation, vocals, all the musical elements are playing off of each other and are striving for whatever emotions you want to create. It's not, let's collab, bro. Sick beat. Let me hop on your song. Like, collaboration is fun, but it's a little deeper than that, you know? For us to know how to successfully make a song, we need to know, where do songs come from? And yes, there is an answer to this question, because there's something that every good songwriter practices, whether they know it or not. I'm talking about song seeds. This is a concept you might already be familiar with, because every artist I know makes use of it, yet every artist, myself included, isn't doing it enough. It's really simple. When you have an idea, write it down. I use my notes app for lyrics and phrases, or my voice memos for little melodies. If there's any inkling in your mind that you might want to use it, do not let go of that idea until you turn it into something tangible. Or, as you probably know, you will forget it. And this is the number one thing that separates art lovers from artists. The more you put your ideas down, revisit them later, and expand upon them, you begin to create a little world of self-expression. You find out what you like to make, what you're good at, what drives you. For many, well, most of my songs, to become this living, breathing creature, it's because they're made of ideas that bounce around in my head until I can't help but get them out. Sometimes it'll lead to another idea immediately. For some songs where I get lucky, like 90% of what you're hearing, I recorded in a day. Most times it's a much slower process, but it works the same way. I record my idea and let time pass until the next good idea. Sometimes weeks later, I'll think like, that bass part that I recorded, I want to sing that over it. And that's when I put my next idea down, and maybe a few more days will pass, and so on. I'm not putting too much pressure on finishing it because I know it will get finished. I've already released all this music. If I didn't release a song, it just wasn't meant to be. I was able to build a foundation of knowing that I'm an artist that helps me continue to be an artist. If I was worried about not finishing songs, it'd be because I have 100 half-baked songs piled up. But I don't. Currently, I'm sitting on 5 drafts that'll make up the next EP. No more, no less. And I've been incessantly tinkering and turning these collections of sound into a dynamic, completed piece of art. Every song in my discography was a months-long process that was so important to me. It's a combination of intentional hard work and subconscious flow. And sometimes they come out sounding like proper songs with a chorus, verse, bridge, the whole shebang. And sometimes it sounds like hazy instrumental hoopla from another universe, but they're all made the same meticulous way. I'm not telling you to copy my process. It definitely doesn't work for everyone, but everyone's process starts the same way. You have an idea and you want to turn it into something tangible, so write it down. Because if you're in the art lover category, you may not feel any less inspired, but you don't get that experience of finding out what you're good at, what drives you. That outlet of self-expression does not exist. There is no reward for art that doesn't exist. There is an artist living in all of us, but not everyone can truly call themselves that. Not until you make your ideas a reality. And I don't mean making what might be cool or expanding off of what somebody else did. I mean your ideas and your story is something that can be told through what you love doing most in the world. If that isn't awesome, I don't know what is. Find your outlet and just chase it as far as you can. Just stick with it and write it down. I hope you might have got something out of this. As far as my music, I'll be back soon with some release news I think you might want to hear. But in the meantime, big thanks for being along with me on this journey. As always, I'm Boy Grapes.
Later.